It's your boy, Hennythemoor, reporting live from the liquor store, man. How's everybody doing today? It's 6, so it's time for y'all to make a liquor store run, man. I know a lot of y'all just now getting off. I know a lot of y'all just now getting y'all kids from school. I know your boss probably stressed you out. It is a Monday, right? It is a Monday, so your boss probably done stress you. Your co-workers probably been asking you 1,000 questions about how to do their job. So, it's time to kick back, relax, unwind, and find your way into the liquor store, man. So we're going to get drunk on this content together. We're going to be on here for about an hour right before this game pop off. And we're just going to talk about, our upcoming game, right? We had a bye week. There was no good games on TV because the Dallas Cowboys ain't play. So, it's a regular week now. In 6 days from now, the Dallas Cowboys will be playing the Los Angeles Chargers. So we back on the grind, man. We're going to hit the ground running. We're going to talk about the Los Angeles Rams. I always mess this up at this point. I'm used to saying the San Diego Chargers and the Los Angeles Rams. But, since both of them are in L.A. now, it sort of throws me off a little bit when I start mentioning them. So if I have a Freudian slip and I say the Los Angeles Chargers at any point during this stream, y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. But yeah, man, we're going to talk about that, some updates and, news from around the league involving the Cowboys. And, we're just going to have ourselves a good time, man. But y'all know the usual rules and regulations when y'all tap in with your boy over here in the liquor store. There's a couple things I need y'all to do, man. Said, hey, Jay Lombardi said, what's the deal? Got my picks in on time. Let's get... Yo, Michael, let me show y'all some love, man. I see some real liquor store patrons already in here rocking with your boy. Double R, what's up with you, man? He says salute to HTM Sports and Cowboy Nation. Hey, I know that's real, man. I appreciate you. My boy Hoodlum said, yo, what's up with you, my boy? Raymond Silas, what's up with you? My guy Jameson Taylor, what's up with you, my boy? JV B-Boy, I see you, man. What's up with you? 434 Cowboy, what's up with you? Brian Kite, what's Gucci with you, my guy? They were tapping in and showing love, man. I appreciate all y'all for rocking with me, man. So, hey, y'all know, first order of business, make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in. The more likes that we get on these platforms, whether it be Facebook, whether it be YouTube, whether it be Twitter, Twitch, Steam, it don't matter. Whatever platform that you're on, hit the like button for your boy. The more likes we get on these videos, the more that they will promote it, the more that they will show love to it. So you want to see us do good things over here, continue to grow and continue to flourish, make sure y'all hit that like button on the way into the liquor store. Hey, Queen Cowboy Sports, I see you. Thank you for tapping in and showing love, family. Salute to you. So first and foremost, hit that like. After you hit that like button, make sure you spin right back around and hit that share button. Right, please hit that share button right after. And over here in the liquor store, man, we are also practicing manifestation. We are trying to wheel the Dallas Cowboys to their 6th championship. So if you share the content, man, make sure you share the content 6 times. You can share it to 6 different social media platforms. You can share it to 6 different Facebook groups. You can share it to 6 different group chats, 6 different individuals, 6 different friends, 6 different foes, 6 different frenemies. It do not matter. Just share the content 6 times. If you drop emojis, do like my boy 434 Cowboy did, man. Drop 6 of them. He dropped 6 Lombardis. You could drop 6 championships. You could be like my boy Michael Autry and drop 6 volcanoes. Cause we hot over here, man. So yeah, just make sure y'all show some love to the content, man. Share it 6 times, and it goes a long way. Make sure you share it 6 times. Now, after you share the content, after you hit that like button, the most important thing to do is to make sure you slap the shit out of a Rams fan. Because, hey, they the ops this week. So they got to get it. They got to get the smoke. So if you slap the shit out of a Rams fan, I will be able to give you half off on all the merchandise inside the liquor store. And, we got exactly what you need to succeed over here, man. We got Cowboy Readers, we got gin, we got hen, and everything else under the sun that can make you sin. So tap in with your boy, Hennythemoor, and come get drunk in the liquor store, man. Hey, Michael Autry says 6 shares and extras. Hey, that's love right there, man. I appreciate you for supporting your boy. So y'all done did everything up to this point, man. Y'all done hit the like button. Y'all done hit that share button. You done slapped the shit up out of a 49. You done slapped the shit up out of a Rams fan. Now all you need to do after this, man, is to hit that Cash App or to hit that Super Chat. Because we still are on the back end of this raffle. We're going to wrap it up. Let me see, when is the first? Yeah, we ain't got that much longer for this raffle either. We're going to wrap it up on next Wednesday. So next Wednesday will be the last day to get your raffle entries in. Okay, hey, it's winding down. We've been running for a minute, but it's finally almost over. So everybody that been entering the raffle, if you want an opportunity to prove your eyes, or if you ain't entered yet, you still got till Wednesday to get your raffle entries in. We'll be giving away a copy of Madden 24. We'll be giving away a Dallas Cowboys jersey, and we will be giving away a Dallas Cowboys bobblehead. Yes, a bobblehead. So if you're interested in joining, if you're trying to get in and win one of these dope prizes, or if you just want to support your boy Henny and the content, you can hit the Cash App. It's $Hennythemoor. Or you can hit the Super Chats or the Super Stickers. What's up with you, Craig? Thomas A. Garrett, Desmond Ironman, a.k.a. Tony Stark. What's good with y'all good people, man? Thank y'all for coming in and showing love to the platform, man. Salute to y'all good people for coming over. So, yeah, man. But now let's go ahead and jump into the content. Hold on. Did none of my stuff load? Okay. So let's start. The Dallas Cowboys made a move, but it's not really a move that's going to get you excited. They actually cut some folks that I liked, right? Because I like Alex Taylor preload. Y'all know if y'all was on the show with me during the preseason. I call that boy nameplate. So they cut that boy nameplate, and they cut Mikael Jones. He just got here, right? They just signed Mikael Jones recently. They already done cut the boy. So the Dallas Cowboys have released nameplate, and they released Mikael Jones. He says no replacements added at this time, but activity appears certain in days ahead. 16-man practice squad is currently at 12, and the Cowboys worked out several players last week. So the practice squad will change. I'm hoping the Dallas Cowboys actually add a good player, not just a practice squad person. And listen, Craig, I'm gonna touch on that in just 2 seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and say yes, and then I'll elaborate after I finish this train of thought. So the Dallas Cowboys, we all know the trade deadline is in 8 days. Halloween is the last day that trades can be made during the 2023 season. So the Dallas Cowboys do not get a trade done right now. In between now and then, this is going to be the roster that you have unless somebody gets cut, unless they bring in a free agent. And, that deep into the game, November, you really don't have any premium free agents available. Man, really, we're being honest, like all the good free agents got taken up in the offseason. When the opening free agency, all the really good free agents are gone then. Anybody that hangs around either they're older in age, they got an injury history, they're not that good. It's one of those three things, right? So really, if you don't upgrade your team over the course of the trade deadline, right, in between now, right, and the 31st, this is pretty much going to be the team that you have. This is going to be the team that you have going forward. Now, I'm not saying that I don't like my team. I'm not saying that I don't like my team. I like them. We're a good team. But even good teams have areas where they need to improve, right? So, Craig, like you were mentioning that the fact that the Eagles made a trade. So the Eagles went out and they made a trade themselves. It was a very good trade, by the way. I ain't gonna hate on them for it. So according to Ian Rappaport, they traded for former All-Pro safety Kevin Byard. If you want to know who Kevin Byard is, he's the dude that intercepted Dak Prescott 2 times last year in the Titans game. One was fluky and one he made a hell of a play for. But Kevin Byard made 2 All-Pro selections, a 2-time Pro Bowler, led the NFL in interceptions in 2017. So he's a playmaking, ball-hawking safety. but he's older in age. He's 30 years old right now. So much like the guys we are looking at, much like the guys we're looking at, he's not the same person that he used to be. Like, he's not bad, but he is not the same player that he was. Now, for the Eagles, he is an upgrade over the other guys they had. When you look at the boy Blankenship, I'm not saying he's bad, but he definitely cannot stay healthy up to this point. When you look at what they have, he's better than what they have. So, that is the main thing. So I'm not gonna hate on the Eagles. They gave away Terrell Edmonds, who's basically been a reserve safety his entire career, a 5th and a 6th round pick to make this trade happen. Then the Titans made this even more plausible to happen because they converted $7 million. They converted $7 million of his salary into a signing bonus before the season started. If I'm not mistaken, it was the off season, could be the beginning of the season. I'm not quite sure. But he was owed $11 million. He received $7 million of that up front through a signing bonus. So it did not take much for them to it did not take much for them to get this done. He said Blankenship and Kevin are the starting safeties. Yeah. Hey, listen, Kevin Byard should start for y'all. He should start out the gate. So let me ask you, how is your boy Blankenship doing? Is he back healthy? What's going on with him? Because if I'm not mistaken, he was absent from this last game. Hey man, I seen Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin, threw his son underneath the bus, drove over his ass, backed up, ran him over again. He done just killed this young man's rap career. But yeah, so they made a good move. I'm never gonna hate on player acquisition because I believe player acquisition is 365. You should always be looking to improve your team. Yeah, you should always be looking to improve your team. Because think about it. We're as the Dallas Cowboys, man, look at the moves we made when we lost Anthony Brown last year. We lost Anthony Brown, and we brought in everybody but some good players. Right? It was way too late to improve our team at this point. We brought in guys that were over the hill. We had guys that were improving playing. So we all seen firsthand the difference that player acquisition makes. For example, look at the difference that Jonathan Hankins made for our run defense when we got him last year, and you can look at the dividends that it's paid up to this point, right? Because I know we haven't been consistent in stopping the run, but we have been better at times. Like outside of the Arizona game and outside of the 49ers game, we have been better. My boy JV B-Boy said he wants Jeffrey Simmons. I would like Jeffrey Simmons too. Jeffrey Simmons is a damn good player. And Dak Prescott, knows the boy. At least he is aware of him. He went to Mississippi State as well. We all know that Dak Prescott still has close ties to that team. He goes back all the time, watches the game, supports the dudes. So he has a relationship with them. He has a relationship with them. I'm not sure what his relationship is like with Jeffrey Simmons, but if that was somebody Dallas Cowboys were interested in, all they had to do was holler at Dak Prescott to find out about him. Yeah, I see that. Listen, that's the best thing for the Titans right now. You're not going to compete in that division. You're not going to win your division with as many good teams that are in the AFC. You're probably not going to be a wild card team. So, it's best to trade everybody away, get as many picks as you can, start over, and listen, at this point, just see if you can find your quarterback. You got two guys on your roster you're not really sure about. Right? You got two guys on your roster you're not really sure about. So figure it out, especially right now while Ryan Tannehill is injured. He's probably not going to play much football coming up. So I would see what I got to know young guys. But you're right, the Titans are in wholesale right now. So we really should be looking at their entire roster and see if there's anybody else they want to trade away. What's up with you, Jameson Taylor? Hey, man, I pray everything go well with you at the dialysis, my boy. Hope all goes well with you, man. But, yeah, so the Dallas Cowboys, and listen, I don't really know if the Dallas Cowboys are going to make a meaningful move. I really don't feel like they are. With the way that they handle it, with the way that they've been handling it, man, like, we usually know the Dallas Cowboys roster, before the trade deadline. Like, usually who we have is who we have. Because what statement did our front office make famous? We like our guys. So am I expecting them to trade for a Jerry Jeudy, for a Jeffrey Simmons? Do I expect for them to try and, swing for a Pat Surtain? No. Like, come on now. Y'all have been Dallas Cowboy fans all y'all lives. I've been a Dallas Cowboy fan all my life. Like, I know how these boys get down. Especially over the last 20 plus something years, right? Especially during this championship drought. You pretty much know the Dallas Cowboys roster by October. By October, you know the Dallas Cowboys roster. Do I believe that they will go out there and get a game-changing player at all? I don't. I'm not going to sit here and sell y'all a pipe dream. I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all. I don't expect the Dallas Cowboys front office to do nothing. And if they do something, I will be pleasantly surprised. But on a scale of 1 to 10, my confidence in them trading for a good player, notice I said good, right, is about at a 2. It's at a 2. Nico said they made moves this past summer and nobody expected it. I expected to make another move. Well, hey, like you said, nobody expected it. We're expecting a move, so hey, we're expecting this probably ain't gonna happen. But hey, I would love to be wrong because we need help. We need help, dog. Because I know we're happy that we just won our last game. I know we're happy, that we're 4-2. I know that we're probably gonna beat the Rams and move to 5-2. But dog, we just lost a game by 30 plus points. Like, we just lost a game by 30 plus points. Big Cut, what's up with you, man? He said, man, why don't Jerry Jones trade for a solidified player? He got plenty of money, and the teams that are top contenders are the ones that bolstering their roster. Man, listen, that's Jerry Jones. That is their philosophy. Until they change their mindset and how they evaluate the acquisition of players and the acquisition of talent, we're going to get the same results that we have been when it comes to getting guys into the door. You might re-sign your own star talent. You might bring in a veteran with a little bit of juice left every blue moon. But you are not swinging for the fences and getting, marquee talent. The last time they made a big trade was for Amari Cooper back in 2018. That was the last time they made a big trade. When you look at everything else, man, when you look at Brandon Cooks, we got that boy for a 5th round pick. You look at Trey Lance, we got that boy for a 4th round pick. You look at Stephon Gilmore, we got that boy for a 5th round pick. Right? And notice the trend of the players that we acquired. Stephon Gilmore in his 30s. A little bit longer than 2. Still a solid player, but he's not the Defensive Player of the Year, Stephon Gilmore. Brandon Cooks, almost 30. He's still Brandon Cooks, but he's probably not the same Brandon Cooks that was in New Orleans or in New England, right? Trey Lance ain't never been, I ain't gonna say he ain't never been shit, but he ain't never actually produced in the NFL up to this point. So look at the guys they acquired. They acquire guys that are a little bit older, and they acquire guys that are unproven. That's usually how the Dallas Cowboys operate and how they bring in talent. Amari Cooper was the exception to the rule and not the norm. They don't normally make moves like that. Right, but they were desperate. They just let Tony Romo walk. They were still trying to evaluate if Dak Prescott could be the franchise quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. right? They did all those different things, man. They needed a surefire number one wide receiver before they knew if they should pay Dak Prescott to salvage their season, right? All these other things. But since then, the Dallas Cowboys have done nothing in terms of trading for big name players or highly regarded players. They have not. Brian Kite, what's up with you, man? Hey, Keystone, they never listen. They really never believed in Dak. But at the same time, imagine going from Tony Romo in 2016 and then getting rid of Dak Prescott before his rookie deal was over with. You would look crazy. Like the fan base would have rioted if you got rid of Tony Romo and then you backdoored got rid of Dak Prescott, right? And you would look crazy if you got rid of Dak Prescott and he went somewhere else and balled with a good wide receiver and a good team. You would look stupid then. It would have squarely been proven at that point that you, the front office, were the problem and that's your quarterback. So they could not make themselves look wrong with the Dak Prescott move. So they made a trade to get Amari Cooper, right? They made a trade to salvage their season and to prove themselves right by making Dak Prescott the quarterback, because you couldn't kick Tony Romo to the curb and then shortly thereafter get rid of Dak Prescott. You had to make that shit work. Hey, DJ, that is also true. He said they acquire people they don't want to pay long term. So listen, I'm gonna throw the front office a bone. I'm gonna throw them a bone. I'm gonna throw them a bone. They are not going to get any of the good players y'all thinking about. They're not gonna go get them. Justin Simmons, they are not gonna go get that boy. He's probably gonna, like Justin Simmons is really good. They're not gonna go get him. Pat Surtain is really good. They're not gonna go get him. What's another name y'all threw out? That y'all had wanted. Like they're gonna go get somebody like Hunter Renfrow, who's been playing bad, or they're gonna go get somebody like Zach Ertz, who's in his 30s. That's the kind of move the Dallas Cowboys will make before the trade deadline. Like those two were the most realistic things that happen. If I'm being honest with you, they're not gonna trade for a tight end. Because they just brought in, they're not gonna trade for a tight end. A negative on Derrick Henry, a negative on Simmons, a negative on Pat Surtain. None of that shit gonna happen. But a realistic move that might help your team is a Zach Ertz to help bolster your tight end room, and it works twofold. Zach Ertz being a veteran, Super Bowl winning, multi-time Pro Bowl tight end will help, the maturation of your entire tight end room. So not only can he come in and give you production, because, he has more yardage and everything else than all your other tight ends too, outside of Jake Ferguson. He would clearly be your second best tight end. But bringing him in, helps your tight end room as a whole. Because think about it. Your veteran tight end on your team right now is Sean McKeon. Sean McKeon is your veteran tight end. What the hell is Sean McKeon going to teach these boys about being NFL tight ends? This man was just on the practice squad. We did not even want this man. And he's the veteran in the tight end room right now. So what the hell he going to teach these dudes? What the hell we gonna teach? What's the hell him and his one career receiving touchdown gonna teach these young tight ends? What he gonna teach them? How to ride the bench? They ain't gonna teach. So no. I'm just saying, dog. And I like Sean McKeon. He seemed like a good dude, but he is not a good football player in terms of what we're looking for. Right? In terms of being a complete tight end, he can block. He can block. But he is not a receiving threat. He's not a receiving threat. And listen, as quiet as kept, they will respect the hell out of Zach Ertz, even though he was a former Eagle. They will respect the hell out of Zach Ertz way more than they respect somebody like Sean McKeon. Like if Zach Ertz told me I need to run my route like this to get open and get separation, then shit, I'm doing that right now. Like I'm doing it right now, not later. Yeah, okay. Like they're gonna be folks on this board. They're gonna be attached to this board by his hip. Cause man, matter of fact, let me go through Zach Ertz's resume. To be on the subject, let me go through Zach Ertz's resume. Cause listen, I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. I'm not throwing no shade. I'm just saying that Zach Ertz used to be like that. Zach Ertz used to be considered one of the best tight ends in the National Football League. All right, so let's take a look at his career numbers. All right, so Zach Ertz made 3 consecutive Pro Bowls from 2017 to 2019. He won a Super Bowl in 2017. His rookie, no, that's not his rookie year. His 5th year in the league. 7,247 career receiving yards. 682 career receptions. 45 career receiving touchdowns. Like, come on now. Zach Ertz was like that. I know that he was a dirty, filthy, shit-eating Eagle. But he also was a dude that one year had 1,163 yards, 116 receptions, which is a record for tight ends, by the way, and 8 receiving touchdowns. So that pedigree, like you can't teach that pedigree. Skeptical, listen, I'm a skeptical Cowboy fan. I'm glad you said it, because if I had said it, y'all would have said that I was crazy. Skeptical said, why aren't we getting the tight ends more involved? Well, listen, outside of Jake Ferguson, there's no other tight end that you trust to throw the ball. Schoonmaker has more drops than he does receptions. Schoonmaker has more drops than he does receptions. And if you're going to drop the ball every time I throw you the ball, I can't keep throwing you the football. Like, and listen, he's not good enough to get targets over Jake Ferguson. He's not good enough to get targets over Jake Ferguson. He just ain't. So, I know we want him to mature and get better, but we can't lose games trying to get people involved. Like on a got to have it. He said we spent a 2nd round pick on him for what? Listen, we should have never did it. People said, we were live at the draft. It was me, my boy Landlord, and West Coast Cowboy. We all went to Kansas City. When we heard them make that move, we stopped what the hell we was doing, and we had a roundtable meeting right there at the damn draft. At the damn draft, we stopped what we were doing, had a roundtable meeting, and discussed how disappointed we was with them making that draft pick. Right? Because the entirety of last year, y'all told me that Jake Ferguson was better than Dalton Schultz and that he would be enough at the tight end position. Right? So if he was going to be tight end number 1, and then everybody was expecting that boy Peyton Hendershot to be tight end number 2, because remember, they were super high on him last year as well. If y'all already believed in those 2 tight ends, why the hell did you spend a 2nd round pick on a tight end? If y'all was gassing us too, they gassed up them young dudes. Like, we really like we seeing Jake Ferguson. We believe Peyton Hendershot. We don't really know if Peyton Hendershot or Jake Ferguson, which one is better. They're so damn good. They sold y'all all that bullshit. But Jake Ferguson, hats off, my boy. You was balling. You're having a real good year. You're probably going to finish the year with about 600-700 yards, multiple touchdowns. So I'm not worried about Jake Ferguson. But Schoonmaker has been disappointing up to this point, especially compared to with the boy that ended up going to Detroit. So, Is it all the guys who wanted to come to Dallas at a discount, the Joneses wouldn't reach out to them? Wagner. Yeah, man, listen, Wagner was just selected as being still He made a list according to I forget who the list was, but they stated that they recognize him as still being a top 10 linebacker in the National Football League. We could have got that boy. Yeah, man. Schoonmaker, 1 catch, 1 yard, 1 touchdown. I'm sorry. I believe, Dalton Schultz would have had more than 1 yard by now. I'm just saying. And I know y'all gonna come out here and say he turned down the contract, then offer him another one. Like, it was reported that Dak Prescott turned down his first contract. It was reported that Ezekiel Elliott turned down his first contract. It was reported that Amari Cooper turned down his first contract. That didn't stop you from getting them boys signed and staying Dallas Cowboys, did it? It didn't stop you from getting them boys signed. Because remember, if you believe the front office and the reports, Dak Prescott turned down a contract. If you believe the reports, Amari Cooper did too. If you believe the reports, Ezekiel Elliott did too, multiple times. That still did not stop the Dallas Cowboys from keeping them players under contract. If everybody walked that turned down the initial contract, we wouldn't have a damn football team. That's part of negotiations. You send an offer, they send back a counter offer, y'all meet somewhere in the middle. Oh, don't get it twisted. That boy cannot block to save his life. He's gotten better over time as a blocker, but he's a okay blocker and a good receiving threat. Hey, King Kaizen, that is a very fair point. Luke was dealing with a plantar fascia injury, right? They were dealing with a plantar fascia injury. Did not get the opportunity to get involved in the offense. He missed going to the offensive retreat in Atlanta that Dak Prescott took everybody on. Missed a majority of preseason snaps. But, we just talking about what we talking about right now. Because what happens, he might put it together next year. I don't need shit from him next year. I need to try and win I'm trying to win a championship this year. Are y'all trying to win a championship this year? Y'all trying to win a championship this year? Yeah, so he'll probably get it together eventually. But right now, I need more. I need way more than what I'm getting from my tight end room. There's no reason that you got a tight end with 190 yards and your tight end room together ain't got 200 yards. Your tight end room together ain't got 200 yards, and your boy Jake Ferguson got 190 yards by himself. Do you know how sorry everybody else have to be? Do you know how sorry everybody else got to be not to have 10 yards between 3 other dudes? Between 3 different grown men, they cannot come up with 10 different yards to get us to 200 yards. Now, this is not a grade on the draft class, but y'all know my philosophy. Yeah, y'all know my philosophy. My philosophy is never take a tight end in the upper rounds. I just don't believe in it. I don't believe in taking tight ends that high. I have never believed in taking a tight end that high. That's just me personally. So, when we talk about the Schoonmaker trade acquisition, it's very easy for me to say, it's very easy for me to say that because I already don't believe in drafting tight ends that high. They said we got rid of 2 guys who actually scored touchdowns in the Niners playoff games in 2021. Amari Cooper scored a touchdown. We got rid of him. 2022, scored or only touchdown. We got rid of him. I mean, it's McCarthy's job, but like I said, right now, I am more comfortable. I'm really more comfortable throwing the ball to, throwing the ball to my wide receivers right now, outside of Jake Ferguson. Like Jake, I could rock with Jake. Right, but I really don't trust to throw the ball to nobody else in that tight end room. Yeah, Travis Kelce, and listen, Travis Kelce is an animal, an alien, a monstrosity. Like anything that Travis Kelce do, I'm not going to hold my tight ends to that standard. I'm not going to hold my tight ends to that standard. Hey, what's up with you, Jose? I see you, my boy. But yeah, everybody on the way in, man. Yep, a bunch of y'all in here showing love too, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy, man. I got 90 people total in here in the liquor store with us, man. That's love right there. So y'all make sure though on the way in, y'all hit that like button. Everybody just now tapping in with the channel. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share button. And, we're at the back end of the raffle as well, man. We're at the back end of the raffle. If you want to enter for a chance to win one of these 3 prizes, so we're giving away a copy of Madden 24 with the fraudulent Josh Allen on the cover. We're giving away a Dallas Cowboys jersey of the winner's choice. And we're giving away a Dallas Cowboys bobblehead. So if any of this interests you, make sure you hit that Cash App or that Super Chat. It's $5 per raffle entry, and we're gonna wrap up the raffle this upcoming Wednesday. So Wednesday, November the 1st, will be the last day to get your entries in. Yeah, we're gonna talk about our lack of run game. Matter of fact, I'm finna go ahead and segue into the talk about these Rams. So we're gonna discuss how our lack of run game matches up against their defense and everything else along the way. So let's take a very quick look at the Los Angeles Rams. What's up with you, DC for Life Texas? What kind of matchup they have? All right, so let's go ahead and pull up some stats, some surface level stats at that. I just want to know what they doing right now. So let's see. All right, NFL stats. Okay, team stats. All right, let's see what they do passing. Let's see what they passing offense look like. They say, update, Henny, get on these ugly folks. I hope you don't got an ugly cry. Hey man, I ain't gonna ugly cry. I'm gonna say that for Land, but I am gonna ask. I ain't too proud to beg y'all to hit no like button now. That goes a long way in helping out. I know everybody ain't got it to Cash App. I know some folks might not have no place to share it to, but likes go a long way in improving the content and manipulating the algorithm so more folks can find their way into these videos and stuff. So yeah, y'all please hit that like button if you can't do nothing else. All right, but let me go ahead and share this screen. We're gonna talk some numbers real quick because I'm the numbers guy. I like talking numbers. DC for Life Texas, what's up with you, my boy? All right, so this is passing offenses for teams 2023. Let me order it out, right? Because this is offensive numbers. All right, so the Rams, and remember the 49ers and the 49ers and the Vikings have not played a game yet. But, as of right now, the Rams are the 3rd best passing offense in terms of yardage so far. They got 1,908 yards of passing offense right now. The issue is they're only completing 59.8% of their passes right now. That's horrible. So they're 3rd in yardage, and it doesn't look like they're scoring a bunch of touchdowns either. Passing touchdowns, let's go down. Yeah, they got 7 passing touchdowns. Now, not like we got a bunch either, right? We only got 6, but they got 7 passing touchdowns. So in terms of passing yardage, passing yardage is good. Efficiency in their passing offense is not great. They're not scoring They're not scoring a bunch of points, but my boy said he sent a cash app over. Let me look. These things don't be notifying me half the time. Hey, salute to my boy, man. DC for Life, Texas, for the $5 raffle entry. And also, I see Miss Marquetta done sent a raffle entry as well. So thank y'all for showing love and support. And if y'all want to be like them and improve your odds of winning one of the 3 prizes, just make sure you hit the Cash App, which is $ Hennythemoor, or the Super Chat. But I appreciate y'all for the love, man. So yeah, they pass for a bunch of yards, but they are not very efficient right now. They're not very efficient. Let's look at sacks. Let's see how many times that boy Matthew Stafford been sacked. All right, so Michael Parsons might win the Defensive Player of the Year in between these 3 games that we play against the Commanders and the Giants, because the Commanders have given up 40 sacks and the Giants have given up 37. So our two ops in the division have given up 77 sacks already through 7 games. That's crazy. Like, that is crazy. So our 2 biggest ops are giving up 77 sacks. We played 2 games against the Commanders and another game against the Giants. So like Michael Parsons might get back into the Defensive Player of the Year talk after we play those 2 teams. But anyway, let's move on. Let's move along. Let's see, where's the Rams? Sorry asses. Okay. So here we go. Matthew Stafford has been sacked 18 times. So Matthew Stafford has been sacked 18 times. In comparison to getting sacked 40, 37, 27, that's not that bad. But that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He been sacked the 12th most times in the NFL. He's been sacked the 12th most times in the NFL at this point. So it definitely looked like you can get to that boy. It definitely looked like you can get to that boy. Yeah, hey, Keystone, Cup and Nakua, they've been playing some damn good football. Like, I can't hate on them boys. Like, if they have any strengths in their offense, it's their 2 pass catchers. But I'm not really sure how their offensive line is going to hold up against our front. They had a real hard time. Now, granted, they do run a West Coast offense. The ball is going to come out of Matthew Stafford's hands very quickly. So what we're trying to do in terms of this matchup and make them hold the ball and see this pass rush can get home. Because Matthew Stafford, who was never this, Cam Newton runner or anything like that, is in his mid-30s. So, a bit of the athleticism that he did have is probably a little drained. Now, he did run for a 10-yard first down this last game, because I did go and watch the condensed version of the game against the Steelers a little bit earlier. But all in all, we know that Matthew Stafford is not going to be somebody going to hurt us with his legs. So, we will be able to do what we want to do against them up front. He said going to start with stopping the run. But this is the thing. The Rams they're not really good on the ground. Matter of fact, let's pull up their rushing stats, right? We already see they're not a very efficient passing offense. They got a bunch of yards, but not a bunch of touchdowns. They're not very efficient in terms of completing passes, which is strange because they're in a West Coast offense. There's supposed to be a bunch of high percentage passes, but, I'm not really sure what's going on with them. So they can't really protect their quarterback. They're not completing a high percentage passes. They're not scoring a bunch of touchdowns. Let's see what their rushing offense looks like. So Dolphins are way up there. Ravens way up there. Eagles, Bears. All right, they look like they're decent. They look like they're a decent rushing offense. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So they're the 13th ranked rushing offense right now. But, their primary running back did get hurt and is on IR. They did bring up former 3rd round pick of theirs, Darrell Henderson. They did bring him back up. He did play decently, but Oh, listen, I'm not taking them lightly, but I can't look at I can't look at their numbers and also say they're a good overall team. Like they got components and they got players. I respect Matthew Stafford. Like he probably is going to eventually get into the Hall of Fame. He got like great passing numbers. He has won a Super Bowl, but I just can't sit here and say that I'm overtly concerned about this team, because we played a much better team personnel wise just last week. Like the Chargers are a better team personnel wise than the Los Angeles Rams are. Right? Even if we throw out the stats, we're talking about personnel. The Chargers are got better personnel. But I like Stafford. I really respect the hell out of Cooper Kupp. Nakukanua, amazing. Listen, if the NFL was not so in love with quarterbacks, Nakukanua would probably win Offensive Rookie of the Year. But because the boy in Houston is playing well, they're probably gonna give him Rookie of the Year. Just cause that's how they get down. It's a quarterback league. MVP has became a quarterback award. Yeah, hey, bro, hey, Addison, that boy hard, man. That boy hard. Lee and the Kukanua is a bad dude, man. So listen, I'm not sleeping on them. Like they got great talent. There's always it's in the NFL, as we've already learned from our loss to the Arizona Cardinals. There's always a path to victory for teams. Like if you're not executing right, if you can't protect your quarterback, if you yourself cannot run the ball, if you cannot score touchdowns when you get into the red zone, if you have a bunch of penalties, like things like that will even out a game where the talent is not equal. Like things like that, will even out, will even things out when the talent's not equal. Like we have better talent, but like there's a path to victory. If Darrell Henderson goes out here and goes off for 120, 130 yards, of course, then the Rams will have a fighting chance, because then you can run the football, you can utilize play action to a high efficiency rate, get the ball out of his hands, give him some easy passes, give him some chunk plays, wear down that pass rush, control time of possession. Like there are things that they can do to help them beat us. But, I'm just stating, as of what I'm seeing from their numbers, right? As of what I'm seeing from their numbers, I'm just saying that it's not very good. He said, yeah, Kevin Hicks, we cannot fall for the play action. If Dallas start having a bunch of penalties, I'm going to go take a nap. Hey, we do play at 12, so if you want to take a nap, that is the best time to do it. That is the best time to do it. And listen, Sean McVay made a living off of the stretch run, utilizing play action and having his shot plays drawn off of that one motion. He tied it in so well together. So I know people, think about this high-powered passing offense that he had, but folks forget, like Todd Gurley was like integral to what they did early on when he first got there to LA. Like Todd Gurley putting the ball in the belly of the running back and then play actioning off of that one motion, it set the table for that offense. It set the table for that offense. So he wants to be able to play action, but you got to run the football, well enough, and listen, the analytics say you actually don't need to run the football to utilize play action. But a lot of coaches are old school. They still want to see the run working well before you play action. Say we listen. We probably don't even need to blitz Matthew Stafford, if I'm being honest. I believe we can drop 7 dudes into coverage, and we probably can get home with our front 4. Now, do you blitz occasionally? Of course. Like I don't want to always just sit back in coverage and rush 4. But for the most part, I think because he's not a mobile quarterback and he can't hurt you with his legs, you can be a little less disciplined in your when you're rushing with these stunts. Like, he's not a statue, but at the same time, he's not going to break this big 20, 30-yard run and break the game open or nothing. Like, he might get 10. He might get 5, but he's not going to break the game open with his legs. Right? There's no way this man is going to outrun Micah Parsons or outrun Sam Williams or D. Law or anybody like that. He said he might activate Zach Evans. It's a possibility. Listen, the Rams are desperate at this point, right? Especially depending on the outcome of this game, right? Because the 49ers are in their division. The Seahawks are in their division. Like, the Seahawks are what, 4-2, 4-3, something like that. What's the Seahawks, man? Yeah, the Seahawks got the same record as the Dallas Cowboys. So the 49ers are 5-1. The Seahawks are 4-2. If the Rams lose against us and fall to 3-5, they're not going to make the playoffs. You got to think about it. We're a wild card team too right now. We're 4-2. We're only the 6th seed. The Seahawks are the 5th seed right now. So, they have no opportunity to make the playoffs, if they keep losing games. They're going to throw the kitchen sink at the Dallas Cowboys. I think Rashad Evans is going to play this week from what I'm hearing. He said he's going to wish Calvin Johnson came out of retirement. Yeah, I hope this is a game for Sam Williams to get back on track. He's also not playing a bunch of snaps either. That's why he had posted what he posted. It said he posted a image of a dog in a cage and said, "Free me." He's trying to play more. He's trying to get more playing time, get more reps. He wants to get let off the leash, so to speak. But he said we beat McVay last year. I'm not saying that we won't win this game, but we always got to give your team. You always got to give guys their needed respect. He said he didn't play bad. He said squeaky wheels get the oil. All right, so let's see. So where were we in regard to these numbers? So passing offense wasn't great in terms of efficiency. In terms of touchdown, wasn't great. They're a bottom half team like we are. So real man, like, they get yard, but they don't get into the end zone. Matthew Stafford, one of the most sacked quarterbacks in the National Football League. So there's question about their protection. There's questions about their ability to punch the ball in. And listen, there are really even questions about their run game, especially with their primary running back being on IR. I'm not sure how efficient they can be running the football against us. I'm not saying that we're world beaters, but we played 6 games. We stopped the run in 4 of them. Right? We played 6 games. We have stopped the run in 4 of them. So, I'm not saying that this is an impossible task, but, I like our odds. Like, I'm pretty sure that we opened up as the favorites. We'll be at home. Another point of emphasis, the Dallas Cowboys have not lost a home game since week 1 of 2022. So week 1 of last year was the very last time that the Dallas Cowboys lost a football game at AT&T Stadium. The last time. So it's been a year. It's been over a year. It's been over a year. Yeah, we're a touchdown favorite in the NFL, where most teams are only favored by 3 points. 4.5. The Charger game, the pass rush felt non-existent. We got some pressure on him, but to me, it didn't feel effective. Well, I will say this: part of the reason why why Justin Herbert was high and off the mark with a lot of those throws, because he did feel the pressure. He got like Michael Parsons himself had 3 quarterback hits, so he got hit a lot. He was under pressure a lot, so he wasn't very effective with his throws because of that. So I know we want more sacks, but I do feel like the pressure led to some of the overthrows and misses on the part of so I do feel that played part of him having an off game. I don't think he was just off. I feel like we had a big effect on him. What's up with you, Danny Savage? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the liquor store, my guy. Said our O-line plays like old people. Hey, man, listen. I am not happy with the way our run defense is, our run game is looking. Like, I'm not happy at all with the way our run game is looking. Could it change? Could things get better? The more reps that these offensive linemen get together, of course, right? This is like when we play against the Rams. This will be only our 3rd game having our starting offensive line together. So with that, there will also be growing pains. But man, I promise you, if the Dallas Cowboys are able to run the football effectively, and dudes are selling out to stop the run and not paying as much attention to the play action as they should, like we will instantly become an explosive offense. Like we will instantly become an explosive offense if we're able to run the football. And utilize play action a little bit more. He said Dallas gonna need another bad game. Another bad game for what? I'm talking about a bad game with them running the football. I'm not saying that they're gonna fix it this week, but I think with time, they'll get better. He said Dallas gonna come. Hey, don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Addison said they're gonna commit 20 penalties. Hey, they do be tweaking. Off of the bye week, man. And listen, I do agree that they should allow Tony Pollard to get on the edge way more. Like the biggest asset to Tony Pollard is not that he's a bruiser, it's that he's a former wide receiver. Tony Pollard is a former wide receiver with great bursts, great vision in the open field, elusiveness. I want Tony Pollard to run on the edge. So let me see Tony Pollard on a stretch play. Let me see Tony Pollard on a toss. Hell, I see Tony Pollard in jet motion too. Find a way to get Tony Pollard on the edge, and I feel like he will have a better game, better production. He'll be better if you put Tony Pollard on the edge with an occasional run up the middle. Like if you run on the edge all game, then go up the middle, it'll probably be more effective than I done ran up the A gap on the last 7 times. I'm probably gonna run the A gap again on this 8th try. Like they're waiting for that shit. They got that sold up. Said Tony Pollard's a change of pace back. When he was a lead back, he is more effective. Hey, we'll see as the season progresses. I'm not gonna write him off just yet, but you know he's sort of making it hard for me to defend the boy. He said Dak should torch their secondary. Let's see. Let's look at their defense. Let's look at defense. Passing defense. Los Angeles Rams. Let's take a look. Well, they're not up here, so they're not that bad. Let's see. They're a middle of the pack defense in terms of passing yardage. And they also have only given up 4 passing touchdowns. So that's actually good. That's good as hell. Yeah, in terms of touchdown score, they're number 1. They've only allowed 4 passing touchdowns through 7 games. Through 7 games, they've only allowed 4 passing touchdowns. They almost got as many interceptions as touchdowns allowed. So they're actually good. They're not bad. They're not bad. At least where it matters, right? Because it doesn't matter if they move on the, you're able to move the ball between the 20s. We move the ball between the 20s. He said Falcons gave up the least amount of rushing touchdowns so far. Hey, that's dope. Hey, I actually was wrong. Right, as it appears, it seems like the Saints will not win their division, and it looks like the Falcons might actually be the team to win that division. Cause I picked the Saints before the season started. I was apparently wrong as hell. It does not look like they're coming around. Yeah, Aaron Donald is the guy that should worry you. Listen, if Aaron Donald was 100 years old, I still would be concerned about him. I mean, listen, you have no choice. Zach Martin is getting older. Tyron Smith is probably only has like another year. At best, he only has like another year. So you really have to find some more offensive linemen. Unless Awesome Richards, who they have not played at all. Right, unless Awesome Richards, who they have not played at all, is going to be your left tackle of the future, or you trust Tyler Smith to be your future left tackle, and you're gonna let TJ Bass take over one of the guard spots. Like, you definitely need to start drafting offensive linemen a little bit higher in your draft, because I'm not trying to go from a Hall of Famer to a Rudy Poo. I'm just not trying to do that. I'm not trying to go from future Hall of Famer Tyron Smith to 5th round pick from Hanover Fitz, Maryland or some shit. Like, I don't need that. I need to get another premium talent in if Tyron Smith is gone. Like, I need another premium talent. So he only played in the blowouts. Okay. Yeah, he needs more reps. I don't know what I'm getting from him. I don't know what he's gonna give me. Said Mike Solari better be in his bag. Oh, listen, hey, TJ Bass is like that, man. Like, I'm gonna keep throwing this out there about TJ Bass. TJ Bass had a 4th round grade. I have no earthly idea how TJ Bass fell and was an undrafted free agent. Like, I have no idea how the hell he ended up being an undrafted free agent. But remember, I stood on the table for TJ Bass, said he was my guy. I said TJ Bass was my pet cat. So, but I will say this: that is a sign of where they are with their development. Because you would think that that Awesome Richards being a draft pick would get on the field quicker than the undrafted free agent, but that boy is balling. Yeah, Frederick. But hey, listen, at least Biotis was at least playing Pro Bowl level. right? At least we went from Hall of Famer to Pro Bowl level. It could be worse. We could go from Hall of Famer to backup level replacement guy. Yeah, having a Hall of Famer definitely makes a difference. My boy Keystone said we need a left tackle and a right guard. We need a lot of shit. We need a lot of shit. Now, I just don't know when the Dallas Cowboys will make the I don't know when they're gonna make the move to do it, but they need to do it. Choctaw, what's Gucci? Man, hell yeah, we should have drafted DeJuan Jones. And bro, DeJuan Jones, matter of fact, let me see. Where did DeJuan Jones end up getting drafted at? I think that what was am I tripping with DeJuan Jones like a 3rd round pick or some shit? Yeah, I think DeJuan Jones fell in the draft for some stupid reason. Yeah, this man was a 4th round pick. And listen, we have not even seen Junior Fihoko get on the damn field. Like, Junior ain't even played. So, and DeJuan Jones starting right now. I mean, listen, Choctaw, that was stupid. I seen that boy play, and Choctaw, for a fact, me and Landlord broke this dude down when we were doing Cowboys College. When we were doing Cowboys College, we broke that boy down, and we liked that boy. So yeah, man. So yeah, I don't understand how that happened. Hey, we're being truthful, man. Like, we have never really recovered from losing Ron Leary. Like, we never really recovered from losing Ron Leary. We done tried 100 folks at his spot, and we still ain't found nobody to stick. We still ain't found nobody to stick at the left guard spot. We swap out left guard, all the time. And listen, I like Tyler right now, but Tyler probably gonna be your future left tackle. Knowing the way Dallas Cowboys operate, he's probably gonna be your left tackle of the future, and you still gonna have to go back and find another left guard if you don't trust, if you don't trust my boy TJ Bass to do it. That's why I said Tyler Smith. I like Tyler Smith, but think about the amount of time in between Tyler Smith and Ron Leary. Because Ron Leary left after 2016. So 2017, 2018, 19, 20, 21, up to 2022. I mean, I would hope for Asen to be left tackle, but what have we seen so far to say that's to be the case? They sure don't play the boy. Like, they sure don't play him. I like Awesome. I like Awesome now because he showed me something during the preseason. But what I want is not always what we get. What we want is not always what we get. I mean, we miss Frederick too, but I'm not as upset about the Frederick stuff because that cannot be helped. Like him getting sick, he could not control that. We cannot control that. You know what I mean? So I don't like in things we could have did. We could have gave Ronald Leary a contract. He said, "How is Tyron? He gonna play if Tyron is there?" That is very true. It's very true. We'll see. I like the kid though. Like, y'all know, over preseason, I championed Awesome Richards and I championed TJ Bass. But at the same time, right now as it stands, if Tyron Smith was to get hurt, Matter of fact, hold on. Matter of fact, that was my train of thought. I'm glad, hey, Jay Recruiter, you actually done jogged my memory why the hell I was talking about that. They put that sorry ass boy from the Jets in when Tyron Smith got hurt. Instead of letting Austin Richards get some developmental reps, because I want to remind y'all how bad that boy, like Kinfolk was bad. As good as dude played at left guard before they moved him over, he was awful when we moved that boy to left tackle. So they should have. So for what he gave you, they should have put Austin Richards out there at left tackle. They should have put Austin Richards out there when Tyron Smith got hurt. Cause at least now, cause listen, he probably get hurt again, right? Cause Tyron Smith, is not gonna probably play double-digit games. He probably gonna play like 9 or 10 regular season games. So right now, if he was to get hurt, at least Richards would have had game reps on his belt by now. Would have been more comfortable. So now your options are either A, if Tyron Smith was to get hurt, A, move Tyler back to left tackle and promote somebody up to the left guard position, or B, they're gonna put that sorry ass dude that they got from the Jets back out there again. Right? Because they should have been giving Austin Richards some damn. Yeah, Chuma, thank you. You know you bad if I don't remember your name and you're on my damn team. But he is an NFL player. I'm not gonna be too hard on him. Like he's better than I am. Like he is better than I am. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna hold it against him too much. Man, I tell you, man, Cash App so slow. Y'all sent me those raffle entries like 40 minutes ago, and Cash App just now sent me the notifications. Yeah, right. You drafted that boy, and when the opportunity came to play him, you went with a dude you just met off the streets. So yeah, I still don't understand that. But yeah, man, I'm finna wrap it up though, dog. Like I'll come back with some more in-depth numbers and shit put together about the Rams tomorrow. If y'all already seen, we're gonna be doing a Cowboys Uncut show at noon tomorrow. It'll be me, Landlord, West Coast. You know, we're gonna be going in, man. We're gonna talk about these Los Angeles Rams, the keys to victory, everything else. You know, I'll have some more stuff together by then. Right, but I'm finna jump off of here. I'm finna watch this game, and you know I'm finna pray for a 49ers loss. You know, I pray that Kirk Cousins plays outside of his body. I hope that he plays the best game that he's ever played in his professional football career, and see what happens. Hey, listen. I hope the Dallas Cowboys make a move, but I'm also realistic at the fact they're going to go and sign somebody that's over the hill or not that good. Like, I'm honest with y'all. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. I don't see the Dallas Cowboys making a move. I don't see them making a move. I would love to be wrong on that. But Derrick Henry, Justin Simmons, Pat Surtain, Jerry Jeudy, like anybody that is actually good, they're not going to bring them in. Like Zach Ertz, got a little bit left in the tank, they might bring him in. Hunter Renfrow ain't playing good, and they're trying to move him, they might bring him in. We know our team. So I'm not going to sit here and sell y'all a dream. I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all in y'all face and say like any of that shit sound realistic. The Dallas Cowboys who they are. Like they are who they are, man. And listen, if they do make a move, I'm gonna come back out here and praise the Lord. I'm gonna come out here and praise the Lord because God really is a Dallas Cowboys fan at that point. Because I know at that point there was divine intervention that touched Jerry Jones' heart and made him make a play. Like I know then that God talked to Jerry in his sleep or something and made him go out there and get somebody if he make a move. But yeah, man. It's your boy Hennythemoor reporting live from the liquor store, and I'm out, man. I'll holler at y'all good people.